Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another TADPOG Other Shit Monday. Side Pig, TADPIG.
I can't keep them straight anymore, man. I can't. I never know what we're recording until you say it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing that.
It's a show that happens twice a week where two old guys talk about old games. And since it's Monday, we can talk about anything that is not on IGN's Top 100 Super Nintendo list.
Anything at all.
Anything.
Anything.
It could be all call-ins.
Kangaroos.
It could be kangaroos.
Penguins.
Penguins. Puddings. Whatever.
Can we do the kangaroo penguins pudding show?
Yep. Next week. That's actually number 12 on IGN's Top 100 Super Nintendo games.
We exclusively talk about kid cuisine and Dunkaroos.
But this week, go get it out of the way. We are talking about the most requested episode that we have from Steam, Facebook, emails. This is what people want us to do.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure either.
I mean, they put a lot of trust in us.
Yeah. And poor Ashley Shake, who couldn't remember what it's supposed to do, but couldn't remember what it was called. But today will be Hotline Miami.
All right, good deal.
Hotline Miami.
Let's do it.
It's a pretty gory game. So that leads me into...
I didn't play it.
That's okay.
Tell me about it.
I did, and I could talk about it.
Okay, good. All right,
I could
good.
bitch about it for a while.
Yeah, I didn't. I turned it on, and then apparently I was hallucinating because weird stuff was going on the screen. And I was like
animal is like a rooster, and then there's like a frog. I don't know.
Clearly, I shouldn't have taken all of those drugs before I played this game because I didn't make it.
That tube sock full of amphetamines was not a great idea.
You know about my tube sock?
Where else would you keep your amphetamines?
That's a good point.
I'm your bearded host, Tyler. Mm-hmm. And in light of the gore of today, when I was in culinary school during garde manger, which
what is that?
It's basically
basketball player.
It's basically it's a French.
Watch out! Here comes garde manger. It's from the 3-point line.
It's a French Rastafarian basketball player who lives in Louisville, strangely enough. And you visit him for one whole semester in culinary school.
You just talk to him.
You smoke weed and you just listen to his wisdom and you come out better.
You guys just talk about sticks.
I'm very good at talking about sticks. I can tell them how to pick them up. But in garde manger, which is like all the cold side of everything. Like, it's just cold prep is what garde manger is.
It's behind the Iron Curtain.
Yeah, exactly. But during that, we did a big thing on pickling. So we made pickles one time. And, of course, with pickles, you have a large, a mandolin. It's like the blade.
Like
the
the
device of the blade. Similar. It's about that size.
Or the Marvel villain.
That's Mandarin.
The Mandarin. Oh, you said mandolin.
Mandolin.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I got confused.
It's just like
I mix those up all the time.
A side-mounted blade with just a little bit of room for you to slice things really thin.
Yeah.
Normally they come with a hand guard that will brace the food so when you get to the bottom of the blade, you don't hurt yourself.
I swear to God, this is a lacerated urethra story. I'm storming out.
Yeah. I went to hit this guy with my dick and he just pulled out and blocked it with a mandolin.
It was the Mandarin.
It was the Mandarin with his mandolin. Against my gooter. But for some reason, none of these mandolins had handguards. It's fucking expensive culinary school, no fucking handguards on these mandolins. So I have a cucumber and I'm slicing pickles and I'm talking to my partner and I get distracted and I just keep slice. Horrific pain. And I had the cucumber, I wore it all the way down the blade and then just took off the tip of the pickle chip out of my middle finger.
Did you pickle it?
No, I stopped. Did you pickle it? I sliced it off and just blood went everywhere. I had to throw out so many damn pickles because I just bled.
I like that you're concerned. You immediately follow up, lost all those pickles.
Lost all the pickles. An hour of slicing cucumbers, threw all of them out.
What'd you make in your Eastern European cooking class?
Borscht.
Borscht?
Yeah.
Is that code for you made a B in there?
No, borscht is remember that from Rugrats? Remember his grandparents, and they wanted borscht, which is like a beet stew.
That's a real thing?
Like a beet soup.
I just always assumed when adults talked on Rugrats, they were just making shit up. Because I guess, what, were they Polish? Was that?
I want to say, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. See, I'm not Polish, so like I just assumed, because they had a few weird episodes of Rugrats where it's like they were like super Polish themed, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying to be Polish is weird. I'm just saying out of the blue to have like several Polish themed episodes of Rugrats is kind of weird.
Whereas that and the one where Grandpa takes him to, but yeah, gore, sliced, blood everywhere. Horrible pain. Took a long time for the tip of my finger to sort of round back out.
But it's round now?
Yeah, everything's good now.
That's good. So what happened to your middle fingertip?
I threw it away.
Yeah?
It was just a little bit. It was just, I mean, it was because I was slicing pickles. Thank God I was slicing them really thin and not like thick, or it would have taken off like half my finger. But
yikes.
Yeah, just like the tip, just whoosh.
Man, I couldn't even take shop class. And like even when I was at Murray, I got my BFA there. So you have, as part of the BFA, you've got to take some 3D studio classes. And like woodworking is always like super interesting to me. But like I refused to take it because I was just terrified that I'd lose my fingers.
Yeah.
I probably would. That's why. Like I know myself.
Because honestly, I'm surprised Blake Woods hasn't yet, of Blackthorn fame. Because he got a lot of money. You get a grant from the church for some kind of like ministry that you want to do, and he spent his sizable grant making himself a wood shop.
Yeah.
So he makes things for the church and for friends, and it's a hobby and things like that.
Still has all his fingers?
To my knowledge, he still has all his fingers. I want that. Well, if he's Blake, when you listen to this, if you ever listen to this,
No.
If you cut off your thumb on the way to the emergency room, call the TADPOG hotline.
Yeah, please. Yeah, before 911, please call our number.
I mean, you can call them, but like while you're in the ambulance, be like, hold that phone up to my face, please.
We need a 3-digit phone number for TADPOG, I think. How do we set that up?
Oh, man.
Call the government?
912, which will be the TADPOG. 911 for all emergencies across the United States.
Yeah.
912 takes you to the Paducah, Kentucky's exclusive video game podcast.
Hey guys, I'm Dave, your bespectacled host. And okay, Tyler, you told a gore story. I guess I'll tell kind of a gore story. I already told my best one. And that's in the episode where I talk about lacerating my urethra.
Yeah.
So that's my best one. So here's another one. I remember going to a water park with my aunt and my cousin when I was, I don't know, maybe like 9 years old, maybe a little bit older because I was starting to have, the special thoughts about ladies. So I was probably maybe like 11. And I remember a few key details about this outing. And one is connected to the other. I remember I was in line to go down this huge water slide, right? Like it's the biggest, just imagine the biggest goddamn water slide. And that's what I'm going to go down. I'm super excited. I'm having a good time. I'm standing there, my oversized swim trunks in my scrawny frame. And I'm just kind of looking around, checking out the ladies scene, It's, it's a pool area. There's, there's
stuff that's just out on display
to look at. And I remember looking around, and this is part one of the story. The woman behind us had like pubic hair coming out of her bikini bottom. And I remember like
bottom, like her ass?
No.
Like the other side?
No. I mean, the back of those are pretty wide, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, based on what I saw at the front, probably. Probably. Looked like she was smuggling a fucking Brillo pad up her ass. But I was just fixated with this because I knew that like when you got older that happened, right? But I didn't realize that it happened like that because this looked like Chernobyl or something. I mean, it's like tumbleweeds and I don't know. So like I couldn't really concentrate on anything else. And I remember my aunt kept like tapping me because like she knew I was, I fixed with this pubic hair. And at one point, even the woman like looked at me and she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm just like, I was just speechless. I just didn't know. I was like intrigued but like disgusted at the same time.
It's like that woman asked me, "What's wrong?"
Right. So I was so preoccupied with that I really wasn't paying attention to the protocol, the slide protocol, because when you go down this huge ass water slide, apparently you're supposed to cross your arms, right? And so I'm like, okay, they're telling me this is the last minute when I get to the top. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I can cross my arms. And I do. And I go down this slide, right? And then it's one of those that have bumps in it. So like I hit the first bump like so hard that the pressure from the impact causes my arms to just like flail out.
Yeah.
Like wacky wavy inflatable tube guy. And like my left arm, gets caught over the edge of the slide. And for the next like 30 feet, it's just my arm is just stuck on the slide. And like I remember when I hit the water, I was like, fuck, my arm burns. And I looked down and it just looked like fucking Jaws, man. Like the water was just like turning red around me. So we had to go to the clinic at the water park, which was just about as scary as that woman's pubic hair. Because they just had they were not well prepared. I think they I had this I still had the scar. Like it's a scar on my arm.
Oh man.
Maybe the size of like a baseball. And like they didn't have any, they put 5 regular Band-Aids on it and they were like, there you go. And it's a water park. So like those came off like as soon as I left the clinic. And now I was like, mystery solved. Now I know why all those fucking Band-Aids are floating around in these water parks.
Just cover kids in Band-Aids.
There you go.
You're fine. The chlorine and pee in the pool, rinse that out. That's fine.
Yeah,
Get back in there.
And they really crank that chlorine up. Kills a lot of things, but I tell you what, it does not kill unsightly bikini line. It just does it. And I think looking back, I think that just tells me a little bit about myself and my preferences.
It's a good story. It's a good story. That's why you preferred large Scandinavian women.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
All right.
Yeah.
Hotline Miami.
Hotline Miami.
I guess before we delve in to start talking about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great show, by the way.
Oh, we're pumped.
Fantastic show.
This is, if I were to say to listen to one TADPOG episode this month, it would be this one.
Listen to one episode this week. Listen to one other Shipment episode this week. This is the one. Before that.
Yeah.
Choo, choo.
What are you doing? Are you okay?
No.
Is that the Wikipedia train? Dave reads from Wikipedia train?
That is.
I was waiting for that one.
Yeah, it's a good train.
I'm glad it showed up.
It's a good train. Yeah, otherwise it would have been me doing that for 45 minutes.
One day. When we have nothing to talk about, you could just do the train whistle for 45
It's me,
minutes.
I tell a story and then train whistle for 45 minutes.
All right, guys. Hotline Miami. It's a 2D top-down action video game by Denaton Games, a team composed of 2 guys, which I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce their names. I'm going to try, though. Jonathan Soderstrom and Dennis Whedon.
Okay.
And I know they're listening, so call us if I got that wrong. I would really appreciate it because we do take corrections. The game was published by Devolver Digital and released on October 23rd, 2012 for Microsoft Windows. I like this line a lot. This is a great line. The game has been described by Eurogamer as a top-down fuck-em-up. Not a shoot 'em up, a fuck 'em up. And I think that is right on. I think that's like the best. Like this is the first game in the fuck 'em up genre. It blends a top-down perspective with stealth, all right, extreme violence, yes, and surreal storytelling, yes, along with a soundtrack and visuals induced by 1980s culture. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, this is a good week. This is a good week to do this because I started watching the new season of Archer this week.
Yeah.
Apparently the writers got very bored and decided this season to do Archer Vice.
Oh, really?
So it's all about they're selling cocaine. They started a drug cartel. Drug cartel.
Drug Coachella.
They're going to Coachella. They're selling cocaine.
I mean, I've never been, but that's what you do there, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then you see like dead artists.
If
do
you've
things.
done drugs at Coachella, call in. Let us know.
Yeah, please.
Tell us your best drug-induced Coachella
I
story.
really want to know because I don't know what the hell goes on there. Because Coachella's a place, is that right?
A music festival?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's a music festival.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where they like summon the dead spirits.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, okay. Because that's what I've got.
It's a seance / music festival.
Right.
I think ICPs play there like all the time.
Oh,
like
then,
all the time.
Then I don't want to go there.
What?
I don't want to go there then.
But Archer Vice is very 80s heavy kind of the opening scene with the shades and the palm trees and stuff like that from Hotline Miami is almost exactly like the opening to Archer Vice.
Okay, cool.
So I had some good overlap.
I like that. I had a little bit of overlap, but it hasn't been super recent because this game, to me, I thought played like half of the levels in Super C, the Contra sequel. Did you ever play that?
I did not.
Because they had, the traditional side-scrolling levels, but then they also alternately would have these top-down shoot 'em up levels, which are very, very reminiscent of Hotline Miami. But it's like they mishmashed it with. Did you ever play Grand Theft Auto Vice City?
I have never, ever played any bit of a Grand Theft Auto game.
Vice City's the best one, in my opinion. I really had a good time with it. So, but I haven't played 5. I'd say if you were to play one, I'd say especially on the Coachellas of, I'm sorry, the coattails of
The Coachellas.
Hotline Miami. I check out Vice
Yeah,
City.
but how did the Coachellas of Hotline Miami? But get out of the way. I had fun with this game. I really did. I had fun with this game. I think it's a very good game. I won't go back and play it again.
No.
I am forever done with Hotline Miami.
Why is that?
Because while it was fun, it was there were just
Too much fun.
Too much fun.
It was just too much fun.
There are certain points of it that were just so frustratingly difficult that just made me got upset with the number of times I had to like rage quit and just pace around my house with my
really?
hands behind my head, just.
Well, I was really worried because you played it. I had played it a long time ago, but not much. And then you started playing it so we could do this show. And I remember the text message you sent me, and you told me you spent like 3 hours on the hot and heavy level, which I remember because of the Seinfeld episode where she's dating the saxophonist, and Elaine is their relationship is pretty hot and heavy. So I was really worried because I knew that what I'd already played was difficult, but that was in store for some really nasty shit.
Well, I didn't feel like even the levels after Hot and Heavy weren't half as frustratingly difficult. Like I just had so much trouble on that one level.
Can we? I have a feeling there's going to be spoilers in this episode.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shit that I want to talk about.
I think
that
there'll
is
be
a spoiler.
spoilers because I didn't understand a lot of it. So there will probably be spoilers.
So, like, do you want to talk about mechanics and shit first?
Yeah, we need to break down exactly how this game works.
Okay.
Because you start off in your apartment, you check your answering machine. It's like a coded message for a hit.
Right.
So you go to the address, get in your car, go to the address where this is, and then you
Kill everybody.
You start off, yeah, it's true. You get out and you pick your mask. You wear a kind of mask. It's always a different animal mask.
I think that's a really cool mechanic too, because each one gives you a different bonus, except for the one you start out with, Richard.
Richard the rooster, yeah.
Richard to Dick, Dick to Cock, Cock to Rooster. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
like
right.
what they did. Also, by the way, like they're all named. Like Richard is the rooster, Tony is the tiger.
Dennis the wolf.
I know. And see, it's like the whole time I was thinking, I was like, all the lords of Tadpog are pretty much here, except there's no Dave that I found. There's no Tyler, and there's no. I didn't see a Lord Mike or an exalted Lord Mike.
Yeah. I didn't see one either. But there's a Brandon. That's one of the last ones
There is
you
a
get,
Brandon.
the Brandon.
I really liked that one too. He's the Purple Panther.
Yeah.
Purple Panther mask. Makes you go really fucking fast.
See, I got it, then I never used it.
Which one did you? Because this is on my agenda here, is to ask you what your favorite mask was.
It was the walrus.
Yeah, which allowed you to
Survived 2 bullets.
Okay, so
I used that a lot. I used the one that makes you walk fast. Mm-hmm. I use that fairly
rabbit.
frequently. And then I use Dennis on levels I just needed to start off with a knife.
Yeah. My favorite was the chameleon, Louis.
I got that one, then I just never had a chance to use it.
Louis, and I can't remember the name. Do you remember the name of the unicorn?
No, but I got it.
I liked that one too because both of them allowed me to like kind of sneak around a little bit because that's how I got through most of the game, was trying to just kill groups of enemies without other groups noticing that they were killed, so I could kind of strategize a little bit.
Yeah.
The guns are loud in this game.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's really split down the middle. There's a lot of melee weapons in this game that you can just pick up randomly and use, but there's also a lot of guns in the game. I thought that the guns were a lot harder to use than the melee weapons.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Because more often than not, I would die when I had a gun and I was shooting somebody, whereas I could rush up to somebody with a knife and take them out
It's
pretty
a
quick.
lot easier to take them out.
Yeah.
But like, you start out, you go into the place, usually you walk in and you don't have a weapon starting off unless you choose like the dentist mask. The wolf allows you to start off with a knife.
Yeah, some of them give you weapons from the start.
Like the rat one will let you have an Uzi when you're starting off. But normally you have to go in, go up behind somebody, punch them out, get above them and just slam your fist into their face until blood goes everywhere and they die.
Right.
And you pick up what they had, usually a baseball bat or an iron pipe, sometimes a knife.
Well, sometimes you knock them down into the wall and then you just kick their face in.
Yeah.
And that's how you kill them.
Yeah.
So I like that, but I like violence a lot in my video games. That's my particular brand of video game.
And then, like Dave said, the top down. So you're going across, maneuvering controls are kind of different in this because I used the 360 controller.
Yeah, it's like a twin stick shooter, which I've played a lot of. Had you played many of those, or
And not outside of like Fallout and BioShock, where you would move.
but nothing like Geometry Wars or anything like that?
No.
Because this is essentially. It's really kind of a skin of Geometry Wars. It's like just an uber violent skin, except for instead of controlling a ship, you're just controlling a psychopath
Yeah.
who I'm just going to go out on a limb and say he's coke-addled. I mean, it's not inferred even, but it's just...
Yeah, you never see him do any drugs. You just, alcohol. You see him, he gets a few free drinks. He likes pizza and movies and drinks, chips from the gas station.
So he's relatable,
Yeah.
except for, the part where he gouges people's eyes out.
But then you're going through and you open up doors to sneak in and either bludgeon them to death with a baseball bat, or if you use the gun, you're going to, depending on the gun, like found the shotgun to be pretty much the go-to best weapon.
Yeah, because normally I shouldn't say normally, you're always fighting indoors.
Yeah.
Like you're never really fighting in an open area unless it's a big room inside.
Yeah.
So the shotgun is fucking super, super valuable.
Mm-hmm. It's controllable, the spread. It has a spread, but a minimal spread, so you're not going to fuck,
There's insurance.
Yeah.
Because it's like you kind of have to, just as long as you're kind of aiming in the right general direction, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, and a shotgun will have like 6 shots as opposed to like the rifle has 2 shots.
Well, that's a double barrel shotgun.
Oh, it is?
And
Okay.
then the other one's just a pump shotgun. So
Okay.
I think the double barrel's stronger, but you're right. You only get 2 shots with it.
So I thought that was always, because if you fire once, you're going to get a ton of enemies rushing at you.
Right.
That 2 shot is just useless.
Yeah.
Drop that.
Yeah. Yeah, the pump is a way to go. That was definitely my favorite gun. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of melee weapons in this game that are unlockable. I like that too. Is you're not only unlocking masks, you're unlocking weapons, depending on how well the game grades you each
Mm-hmm.
mission. Do you have a favorite melee weapon?
Spoilers, my favorite melee weapon wasn't the main character's melee weapon, but I love the biker's cleaver.
Okay.
If one that had to be used by the main character, probably the katana.
Who is referred to as Jacket.
Jacket.
Not in the game because he doesn't have a name, but just in the community, he's called Jacket because he's wearing a jacket.
Yeah, okay.
What do you call it? A Letterman jacket?
jacket
A
or-
David Letterman?
David Letterman.
He's wearing a David Letterman.
Let's just call him David. David Letterman.
He has murdered David Letterman and is wearing his skin like a jacket.
Like a jacket.
That's how fucked up this dude is. Sorry, David Letterman. That is not a threat.
Just a rooster mask and then David Letterman's skin suit.
He thinks he's little Nemo. He fed David Letterman 3 pieces of candy and then crawled inside of him. I like the katana as well, but I also like the sledgehammer because that motherfucker was awesome.
I never got to use it.
Oh man. Okay, here's the other thing that I love about this game. The enemies die in different ways depending on what weapon you use. So like when you use the katana, like you can straight cut a dude from his left shoulder down to his waist on his right side, and he'll just split in half and his guts will just spill out. It's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Meanwhile, like if you've got the sledgehammer, you're just essentially just busting dudes in the dome and going Gallagher on their ass. I also really like the knife. Because the knife is like super fucking fast. Like really it is fast. Incredibly fast.
Its range is minimal, but it's really fast.
Yeah, and if you pair it up with a mask that improves your speed, like if you throw the Brandon mask on and you grab a knife, holy shit, watch out. Because you're just like a fucking dervish. Going, especially if you're familiar with the layout of the map. Like, man, I was just turning corners, stabbing people and going, oh, I loved it.
The killing is very, very satisfying. Getting through a level is very, very satisfying.
Yeah, like disturbingly so. Because and like they offset that. I love this. Did you notice this? Like, by the way, I love the music. Like, I think the music is
very good.
Incredible. Holy shit, the music is good. It's atmospheric and it's high octane, and it really did get me like pumped to play this game.
And it's like kind of minimal. Like it's not overwhelming that you start paying attention to it instead of other things.
Yeah, and it's extremely just rhythmic and just kind of gets you into a pace, which helps because you die a lot.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
And when you die, you have to start back from the beginning. But when the music's going, the music doesn't stop when you die. The music continues. So it almost seems like you didn't really die.
It's not as, you get back in there like Meat Boy.
Exactly.
Quick. There's not enough time to get, you can get angry, but you're not just going to like sit there and just click and just wait and get frustrated.
Right.
You just anger, no frustration.
Yeah, and I think that's perfect. I think it actually messes that formula up in a few cases. There are a few levels where a little cutscene will happen. Like, for instance, there's a level where you're on a building ledge and you have to scoot by a window and the janitor sees you. And that all happens within 20 seconds before you get to the first enemy. So if you die, you have to start from the beginning and you have to do it again. It gets annoying.
True. I did die on that level a few times.
And then some of the boss battles, there's dialogue before you fight the boss, and the boss battles are tough as fucking shit.
Yeah, they are.
So it's like I'm reading this dialogue over and over again.
Because I had sent me several times to understand how to beat the biker.
Yeah.
In the telephone headquarters or whatever.
But
what else? The final boss took me 30, 45 minutes of just repetitive trying to beat the final boss.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a complaint with the final boss because, I mean, the fight's set up. First of all, I love this dude's Panthers. This Russian mafia boss has the perfect setup. Is this the boss fight you're talking about? Yeah, he's got the desk. He's got the one-eyed female blonde samurai next to him.
Looks like fucking, I forget her name.
From Kill Bill. Yeah, I can't remember either. Yeah. The one-eyed woman.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Daryl Hannah's the actress.
Right. Thank you. And then he's got these two, I imagine they're supposed to be Black Panthers, but they don't. They made the stylistic choice to make black purple, so they're purple Panthers, or maybe it was a political statement they're making. I don't know. Man, these Panthers come at you, and then you got like a trophy.
You have to go over to his weapon and grab a trophy out of his bookcase.
Like a tiny ass like T-ball trophy. And you have to beat these fucking Panthers to death. And then Daryl Hannah comes at you. She's throwing motherfucking shuriken. And that's the part of the boss fight that I really had a hard time with.
Because you can't hide from them. Like the Panthers, I could go around the fountain and like duck around the edge and like jump out and hit the Panther and then duck back. But then like those knives would just go right through the fountain. So you have to be super quick to dash around and throw the trophy at her and knock her down.
And she's like double your speed too.
Yeah.
And my big complaint is, yeah, that's the only way to take her down is to throw the trophy at her, right? That's the first thing I tried, and it didn't work. Because of that, I just assumed I had to beat her with it. So it's like for the next 10 minutes is me just killing these panthers, bludgeoning them to death with a trophy, and then running at this samurai with this tiny ass T-ball trophy. And every time, of course, she just fucking cuts me down immediately.
Yep. Yeah, as soon as you get in a range, she's got a super long range katana that just, once you get within 3 steps of her,
So then I'm like, all right, well, I've been doing this for 10 minutes. Clearly I'm doing something wrong. I looked it up on YouTube and I was like, motherfucker, you are supposed to throw the trophy at her. So then I tried it and the very next time it worked.
Yeah. No, that would have been so fucking frustrating for me. Yeah, throw it, knock her down, jump on top of her, smash her face into the ground.
Tear her shirt open. Don't forget about that.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. You got to show them 8-bit them 8-bit samurai titties.
Smash her head open, then you watch her crawl away for a little while, and then you finish her off, and then her boss stands up with 2 Uzis, and then you have to...
Just unloads on you.
Yeah, you have to hide until he starts reloading, then you grab the samurai's throwing knives, and throw, disarm him, 1 Uzi, hide, grab another knife, throw, disarm him the other, rush him, and kill him.
I love it. It's high energy. Like, I mean, it's tough as shit, but
it was
but it's high energy.
Hard.
But what I was saying earlier about, I mean, and the music's going there too, of course, but I think it's interesting what the developers do because like as soon as you clear the stage and any level, any stage, as soon as you clear it, the music immediately stops and you're left with this like fluorescent light buzz sound. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like this really like weird stark contrast between like all this chaos and murder and just this rampager going on to all of a sudden this like you're out of it.
Yeah, like your adrenaline's worn off and now it's just you and the buzz of the lights and the
it always made me feel bad. Because it was like, oh man, that was holy shit. What did I do?
You did.
Right, exactly. So I thought that was certainly a design decision. I think this game works on an emotional level as well as just an adrenaline rush.
And I guess we talk about the sort of the story as you progress through getting these calls and going and cleaning house.
So spoilers from here on out.
Spoilers, yeah.
Okay.
And then after every so many chapters, you'll be in like this shitty looking bathroom maybe.
Yeah.
And you walk into a room that has like dim lighting, looks like flies are everywhere, and there are 3 men, each one in a different mask.
2 men, 1 woman. Because Don Juan, the horse mask, is a woman.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason I know that is because when I finished this game, I was like, all right, I feel like there's something to this game. Like, I feel like there's mysteries that I have not solved yet.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck was going on. Like, I just hit start until you go kill more stuff. Because I had no clue.
It's surreal. Like, the storytelling is surreal. And like, it the whole time it bugged me, but in a good way. Like, it felt like, oh, there's a story here, and this is a compelling way that they're telling me the story, but I need more pieces of the puzzle, which unfortunately I didn't get. So I was like, when I was done, I was like, let me see what other people say about these 3 masked people. Do you know anything about this?
None.
Okay. Here's what people say. They think this is the big theory, is that the woman wearing the horse mask represents the woman that Jacket saves from the giant man who I assume is
First boss.
sexually assaulting her.
Yeah. It's like Requiem for a Dream. Like she's drugged out on the bed, and it's just like this enormous black guy who's, I guess, doing cocaine on a table. And then, like, whenever you see his face, his eyes are all bulged out and veiny, and then like he charges you, and it takes several shotgun blasts to take him down.
Yeah, like 3 shotgun blasts, and then you have to get on top of him and put your thumbs through his eyes. So you rescue her, and supposedly the woman wearing the horse mask is supposed to represent her because she is, out of the 3 masked figures you talk to, she is the most kind to him.
Okay.
And she's also the only woman in the game. So that's why a lot of people say it's probably her.
Her and Daryl Hannah.
Well, yeah, that's true. It could be Daryl Hannah. Never want to rule that out.
Yeah.
The one wearing the Richard mask, the rooster mask, and has the jacket is supposed to be himself.
Okay.
That's supposed to be Jacket.
Because he keeps saying, "Do you not remember me? Do you remember who I am?"
Exactly. He's always extremely neutral and reflective. And then the one wearing the owl mask is supposed to be, and he's wearing this white suit, he's supposed to be the Russian mafia boss.
Oh, okay.
Because he is really shitty to you
Yeah.
all the time.
Why the fuck are you here?
Right, exactly. There are a lot of Russians in this game, a lot of Russian mobsters.
And they're fucking super soldiers.
Yeah.
I don't know where this fucking factory is in Russia that mass produces these just... I couldn't help but think of like Star Wars. It's like they found the perfect mafia soldier, bald, whatever. Like he was like an ex-military sniper, like just incredible. And they cloned him like 600 times, and he became the mafia stooges in every Russian mob, you know, in the United States.
Crack shots, these guys.
Oh my god,
They never miss.
Oh my god,
They never. I mean, they only miss if you
move the last second.
Right.
Yeah, like they don't miss, they don't hesitate.
Yeah.
They can they see you. I don't see them, but they can see me, and they'll shoot you. And it seems random as to sometimes I'll shoot one in the face, and he'll just knock him down, and then he'll get back up. There seems like there's no rhyme or reason as to how many shots it takes to kill any certain mobster.
I think it's every time you hit them, this is just a guess. I'm willing to bet you it's like D&D. I'm willing to bet you it rolls damage. Like there's a minimum amount of damage it'll do, and there's a maximum amount of damage it'll do. And if you deal damage over their hit points, they're dead. That's the only thing I could think, because I kept running into that too. Not just with the guns, but with some of the melee weapons too. You know, I'd whack a guy with a golf club. Normally that'll kill a dude, but sometimes he would try to crawl away and leave a blood trail, you know?
I ran into that, or I ran into knock them down, they get back up and grab their weapon, I'll hit him again. Like, I found like it took 4 or 5 times sometimes for me to like kill one.
Really?
Because there's one level to where they're all circling around this one big table, and I go up in the corner and sort of just like spring attack, jump in, hit one, but he'll just knock him down and jump back out. And I did that to like there are 4 or 5 guys that just keep standing up and getting back down until eventually I'm able to kill them off. Yeah.
They're pretty good shots.
They're stupid, but they're just incredibly athletic and powerful. But I guess they're stronger than the cops, because you do have a few run-ins with the cops.
Yeah. There's a SWAT team that I guess you can fight. I just avoided them in that one stage where after you just commit this massive, massive murder, SWAT just starts fucking filling the room.
That's the one level where they break the formula, where like after you clear the stage, then the cops come in, and then you have to try to like run and sneak around and get out before you can. And then when you go after that level, you come home and you find like the girl that you saved is dead.
Right.
Your apartment is ransacked.
Yeah.
And then you go get vengeance at the police station and fucking kill everyone in the police station.
That part when your girlfriend dies actually really made me mad. You never talk to this girl. Like, she says something once when you save her. But beyond that, you never talk to her. She stays in your apartment. They do a really good job of telling a story without using words. Because at the beginning of every mission, like you said, Jacket wakes up and it's a different day. And he goes and he checks his answering machine, and that's where the hits are. And they're waiting for him there. But when he wakes up, you see this slowly, like visually, you slowly see the relationship between Jacket and the girl he saved. Because at first she's sleeping on the couch, and you know the place is a fucking mess, pizza boxes and everything. And then you wake up the next time and the house is a little bit cleaner. And then you wake up the next time and she's no longer sleeping on the couch, she's sleeping in the bed next to a Jacket's bed.
Yeah.
So they slowly build this to the point where it's like, you know, that's nice. Like, that actually, you know, made me feel like I was working towards something. So then when they just take her away like that, I was actually like, I really was angry.
Yeah. Or just the puzzle, because throughout the game, because you can find hidden masks.
Yeah.
I believe the one, the crocodile one, is kind of obscure to find.
Yeah, I didn't find it.
In one level, there's a crowbar. So after you clear out the whole stage, get a crowbar, go outside, but don't go into your car. Go around to the end of the building, and there's a sewer grate, or a manhole cover, rather. And you pry that off, you go down, and there's a guy bleeding to death in the sewer who gives you his mask. It's the crocodile mask, and it makes everything much more gory whenever you kill somebody.
Oh, that's the ability it gives you? Oh, cool.
But and then scattered throughout the masks and things like that, you can find them per levels. Like I found Jake the snake.
Yes, I found that one too.
Yeah. But there are little letters at
Scrabble letters.
Not in every level, but most levels. There's one letter.
Like a Scrabble tile.
Yeah. It's hard to see. They're like little bitty purple things.
Yeah.
But to get the real ending of the game, you have to find every single one.
Right. And there are a lot of them.
Because the full puzzle is born in the USA. So that's how many tiles there are. Born in the USA.
13?
Sure, that sounds fine. But that allows you, because after you
You mentioned the biker. Let's talk about the biker just a little bit
the biker
more.
is like the second boss, I believe. You find out, you trace the call. Like, looks like the calls have all your hits have been coming through a call center.
Well, you get a call. There's a message on your machine saying that there's a prank caller.
Oh yeah,
And all of the hits are encoded like that. Like, there's a prank caller, and they give you the address. We need you to take care of
having
them.
some insect problems. We need someone to come squash these bugs for us.
Right.
On blah blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you go out. So Jacket goes out to the phone company to take care of this prank caller. And who do you find there?
Well, when you walk in, everyone's dead.
Yeah.
And you walk into the main section, and you see there's like a biker who stands up talking shit to you, and that's the first, like, because the first boss, you just kind of had to shoot him and run away. This is the first kind of involved tactical fight.
Yeah.
Because you have to keep running, because he'll throw knives at you. And if you get close, he's got a very deadly cleaver.
Right.
So you have to avoid the knives and then rush up and knock him down. And you have to do that several times before he talks shit to you again, and you take his helmet off and smash his head in. But the biker's talking about how he wants to get out of this shit too, and he needs to... They keep calling him, and he needs out. You're not going to stop him.
Right.
Stuff like that.
We meet him again after Jacket beats the mafia boss.
Yeah.
Jacket's story kind of ends.
Yeah, you get on.
But weird shit starts happening to Jacket after he meets.
I guess we should talk
Biker.
about the trauma level.
Yeah.
Because after you're holed up and everyone's dead, you go and fight the cops and whatnot, and then you get shot, I think.
Yeah, you get shot in your apartment
Yeah.
by the dude that kills your girlfriend.
The guy with the mouse shoots you in the head.
No, the rat mask, yeah.
Yeah. And then you wake up in the hospital, and they're wanting the cops are frustrated. They want you to wake up so you can testify. So then you have to sneak out of the hospital around doctors and cops.
Yeah.
And the more you walk, everything gets kind of sideways, and you have to stop and wait and orient yourself.
Yeah, because you'll hear like this ringing sound and the screen gets bright.
Yeah.
I thought it was well done.
Yeah, and I'm glad it was short. If it would have been a really long level, it would have been frustrating. But it was short enough, and you're able to get out and get on with the game.
I was so used to playing that way anyway. I think that one took me 2 tries.
Yeah.
Because it was just like I'm normally trying to sneak around guys and get a good position. So it was I thought it was pretty easy, but a really good chapter for storytelling.
Yeah.
So once all this shit goes down, Jacket starts seeing really weird shit.
Yeah.
Really, really weird shit.
The people in the convenience stores aren't giving you free shit and nice to you anymore. Instead,
And
like
they're dead.
Yeah.
They're like gruesomely disfigured. And there's this guy who takes his place. Because there was this bearded dude who was giving you all the free shit.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he worked everywhere. He worked at the pizza parlor. He worked at the video store. All of a sudden, he's not there, and you see him dead everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's replaced by this dude who looks just like him, but he doesn't have the beard and hair. And this guy is not nice to you. Meanwhile, like all the patrons you see are essentially living corpses. And they are extremely mean to you. All of that kind of isn't really explained. Once you fight the mafia boss and beat him, Jacket's story is over. And what happens is that you go through all the credits, and then at the end of the credits, you get another mission.
Yeah.
But you're playing as
It's like the other
biker.
world's tale where you are the biker.
Right.
And this is sort of like pro mode when
Right.
you're the biker, because the biker he only has his helmet on, so he can't use different masks. He won't use guns. He only uses his cleaver, and you have 3 throwing knives.
And I actually thought that these levels were easier because I could tell that they designed them easier. They kind of downplayed it, I felt like, because to compensate for you not being able to use guns. And I guess since I was just so used to using melee weapons, I thought these like 3 or 4 chapters were a breeze.
Because the cleaver, I had trouble on the second chapter when you're going through the casino.
Yeah.
That took me, 15 to 20 tries before I finally beat it. But
That's not too bad
other than
considering.
that, yeah.
I mean, because this game, sometimes stages take fucking 40 tries.
Yeah, because Hot and Heavy, because it has, normally they're like one different floor, but the more you progress in the game, they start having additional floors.
Yeah.
And thankfully, you save between floors.
Right.
So you don't dinosaur the whole thing over again.
Yeah, that would be extremely frustrating.
I think Hot and Heavy was like 3 floors. Yeah, it was, but okay. Biker.
Biker starts off, his first level is breaking into the telephone company.
Yeah.
Right? You meet Jacket.
It's the Chinese restaurant first.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Because then you plug through the Chinese restaurant, find a coder in there who tells you. Then I think you go to the phone company.
And you have a confrontation with Jacket. Except for this time, you beat Jacket.
Yeah.
Biker kills Jacket.
Super easy. Stand up and just slice him in half.
Right. And then from there, it's all about tracking down who are making these calls and leaving messages on the answering machines with hits. Eventually you find them, and this is where I guess the puzzle pieces come into play.
Yeah, because you can sit on the computer, and if you've gotten all the puzzles, then the biker knows the password, and then he types it in. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, I see what's going on. And then you go down to like the sewers underneath this place and confront the people behind it all.
They will tell if you don't know the password, Born in the USA, you essentially get to ask them questions, and you ask them why they did it. And basically the only thing you can get from is that they were bored.
It's the janitors that you see throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, who, from what I understand, look like the devs. It's the devs in the game.
Oh, okay.
But if you know the password to their computer, you can put it in, and apparently you get information that they are an organization. They're involved with an organization called 50 Blessings.
Yeah, some super powerful, very rich organization who is backing all their efforts.
An American patriotic organization that's bent on wiping out the Russians.
Oh, okay.
So, and then, you learn that, and then when I learned that, because I didn't learn that in the fucking game, I looked it up when I was done, because I sure as fuck didn't collect all those goddamn puzzle pieces.
Nope.
But once I looked at it, it's like, oh, that makes sense, because really, I mean, you are pretty much just killing Russian mobsters the entire fucking game.
Yeah.
But what I think is interesting is some people have this theory, and I think it's a great theory, is that, spoilers, of course, that when Biker kills Jacket, that's really what happened. And because everything after that point is when shit starts getting weird for Jacket. And it's because he's dead.
He's actually dead.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
So meanwhile, Biker is the one who gets the real ending and survives to the end. And everything, he doesn't have these bouts of surrealism that Jacket has.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
And maybe it has something to do with the masks as well, because Biker never wears a mask. So I don't know. I mean, it could be like a brainwashing thing. There's just a lot of like,
it's really nuanced.
It's ambiguous, and I love it.
But overall, I mean, it's sort of bare bones in storytelling and in gameplay, but it's fun.
It's a shitload of fun.
It's a good buy. I mean, I think now you can get it for less than $5 on Steam and stuff like that. It's a good buy. I got this for free, actually.
I hear that this game is like the most torrented game ever. Because it's so small, because it's not a big game at all. I think it's like 200 megabytes. I mean, it's like really, really small. And the developer has even said he realizes that the game is so small that it could fit on like the smallest flash drive. What happened was, I heard this great story, and I love this. He heard that this game was being torrented, but the version of the game that was being torrented was bugged. So he said, I would much rather people pay me for what I've done, but if they're going to pirate it anyway, I'd rather they be able to play the game as it's intended to be. So he released a patch on a torrent to patch the pirated version of the game.
Damn.
I'm not saying that's where you got it for free.
No, I got it for free because Amazon coupons, like I'd bought something on Amazon before, because sometimes Amazon will occasionally have better deals than Steam, and the Amazon will give you a Steam code, so then I'll just buy it off Amazon and plug the code into Steam.
Put it in Steam.
And because I bought it off Amazon, every now and then they'll just give you coupons.
Nice.
Like for $5 off, blah, blah, blah. And one day on our game deals, they were like, Hotline Miami, free if you bought this game within this game. And so I just went there and click, had it for free, plugged it into Steam.
Sweet.
Go.
I got it in a Humble Bundle. So I got it for like $6 and got a whole bunch of other games with it. I would pay, I think it's definitely worth whatever they're asking for on Steam. Like if it's $5, buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it and play it.
Yeah.
I think it's an amazing game. There's really not a whole lot like it. that's modern.
I can't think of anything. Yeah,
I mean, it is a complete throwback in its gameplay.
and its art style is going to hold up. It's still going to look like it's going to look good for years to come.
Yeah. I mean, it's a throwback in gameplay, in music, and in violence because, I mean, this is
Before that whole ESRB shit came along.
Exactly. Before Mortal Kombat rolled up and
Before Tipper Gore had to come along and
Yeah.
start stamping labels and everything.
so it is it's crazy. It reminds me of a Genesis game because Genesis games, of course, were always edgier
Yeah.
than Super Nintendo games. So I fucking love this game. I can't recommend it enough.
It was good.
I'm actually going back. I'm gonna try to A+ all the missions.
Because even after the biker stages, it still unlocks like 3 more stages, 3 more bonus stages.
I played those. Did you play those?
I started playing the one where it looks like there's a girl being sacrificed.
Yeah.
I started playing that one, but then I was like, okay, I've got Super Nintendo games I have to play.
Yeah, all right.
So
Yeah, fair enough. And those have nothing to do with the story.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, they're just 2 extra missions that are just kind of tacked on for funsies.
Okay.
Do you have achievements for this game?
no, it had them, so I didn't write any down.
I've got one.
Okay.
And it is called Rudy the Bonesmith. And I unlocked Rudy the Bonesmith. To unlock Rudy the Bonesmith, you have to kill all of the enemies in a stage using nothing but the sledgehammer.
Nice. I can dig that.
What's wrong with your face? You rubbing it?
You're rubbing this hairy patch on my face.
Do you want me to ask you a question about
I do.
beards?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All
right. Usually I'm pretty good at taking that hint.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened tonight.
I must have rolled a 1 on that. That bluff check.
Or I rolled a 1 on my sense motive. I don't know. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give Hotline Miami for Windows a type of beard, what kind of beard would it be?
It'd be a beard. I think you see a lot about it in sort of assassination movies. I would give it one of those beards that cuts from ear to ear, and then the blood cascades down their face. So I give it the ear to ear smile blood beard.
They call that like a Glasgow smile, don't they?
Something
Isn't
like that.
that the name of it?
Yeah, there's
Someone will correct me, I'm sure.
somebody will know.
All right, I think that's fitting.
So,
the
yeah.
bloody beard.
Just bloody smiling ear to ear beard.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses do you think you'd give it?
So I think we've discussed the pair of glasses. It's the glasses and shades combo where you raise them up.
Hitman exclusively wear those?
Well, see, this is for the 80s style. You wear these, but the shades are just that way. Whenever you kill somebody, the shades part are spattered with blood. So whenever you have to actually see, you raise up your blood guard shades to actually see.
I see. What was the name of the dude in A Different World that wore those things?
I could not tell you.
I can't remember
Could
his
not tell
name.
you.
I feel like I have failed because I remember when I saw him, I was like, I want glasses like those one day. It's gonna happen. One day I'm gonna grow up, get a job. I'm gonna buy glasses like that. I never did.
I know what you're getting for your birthday this year.
I would be ecstatic because it's something now I can't buy for myself.
Yeah.
Was it Dwayne? Was his name Dwayne?
I mean, that rings a bell, but I'm not sure if I'm fabricating this like
Damn
Nikki,
it.
like Nikki being in that car. I don't know if I'm just like, it sounds good, so I'm making it up.
I have a confession to make. I was wrong about that story. I told that story when Nikki was on the show. I've already told her, but maybe she'll be moved by my public apology. Nikki, I'm sorry. You were in the car with me that night because John Turley has confirmed that he was not in the car with me. So there's that.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel defeated.
I guess we should take some calls now. There's just nowhere else to go now. We have to take some calls.
Some people called us.
We got to bounce back.
I don't know if I can. I really don't. I don't know if I can.
We'll just try one out, and we'll see if you can get it up for the calls.
Okay.
Get your phone boner.
We've got several. Do we have time? We good?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
Hey guys, it's Tony. I hope I get this in before the call-in episode is
No.
recorded.
Sorry.
Just a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. The line trap person that Tyler mentioned in the Zombies Ate My Neighbors episode is named because the person was trolling a bunch of 4chan enthusiasts at Otakon who were waiting in line for the 4chan panel at the Otakon. And what the person did was took their top off and showed their lovely enhanced vesicles to the people waiting in line, and then continued to troll the channers on 4chan for a period of time after that by posting pictures of them, partially nude and not revealing whether or not they were a male or a female. So that's where the line trap person got
That's
their
where
name.
the name comes from.
Okay.
I see.
The other thing I wanted to mention was Tyler, I think it was on the Other Ship Monday episode last week, mentioned a book that he's been reading, and I wanted to add another one to your reading list. The book that I actually listened to on audiobook and really enjoyed is called Rotters, Rotters, by Daniel Kraus. I highly, highly recommend that book. It's I think it's actually classified as young adult, but it's not really too young adulty. It's pretty good. So I highly recommend that. The voice actor is great, and I would definitely give that one a listen. Or I'm assuming that the text is good to read as well. And then the last thing I wanted to do is I want Dennis Robinson to call in and tell some Clarence and Dave stories. So he and I worked at a car dealership the summer following our senior year of high school, and these two guys that worked at the dealership, Clarence and Dave, were at the pinnacle of their careers, car washers. So all they did was wash cars that came off the lot when people were getting ready to sell them. And I know I have some stories to tell. Dennis can probably tell them a lot better. So I want him to call in and tell some of the Clarence and Dave stories because they're pretty damn hilarious. So anyways, guys, keep up the good work, and I'll be listening.
Thank you, Tony. That is a good story.
Yes.
And I'm also I think that's hilarious that the line trap girl, whose name is Bailey J, is the person's name. A long time ago, Blake Woods of Blackthorn fame sent several of us, we were gaming online, and sent us a picture and said, wait till you see it. And like, okay, you click the picture and it's like, it's a good looking picture of a girl, and then you just slowly, like, you're looking around, you don't see it, and you just barely see a dickhead just barely peeking up above.
I'm not gonna lie, that person did an amazing job transforming into a woman.
Yep.
Because he is very convincing.
Yep. I wouldn't be, if I didn't know otherwise, I would never have guessed.
Extremely convincing. Although I think it's getting easier, right? Because everyone like cosmetically alters themselves now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's fake tits.
That natural line,
Right.
yeah, is blurred.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine Dennis working at selling cars. That was what blew my mind about your entire call. Was that Lord Dennis was working at a car lot? Dennis, please call in. First of all, I want to hear Clarence and Dave's stories. They have their own podcast. Clarence and Dave talk about washing cars. But also, just explain to me, do you have photographs of you working at this lot? Because I can't believe it. I just can't. I can't believe it. Have you heard of that book that he was talking about?
I have not, but I'll look into it.
That surprises me because you subscribe to Our Fantasy, right? Where they talk about all these books.
Our Fantasy was on our audiobooks for a long time, so
I kind of have an idea that involves the podcast I want to talk to you about, but I've had this idea for a really long time, but I'm so fucking scared to bring it up because I know that if I do, I'm gonna have to fucking do it. It's gonna be one more goddamn thing that I have to fucking do. I'm not gonna go into details, but I will just say the phrase TADPOG Book Club.
I'm down.
I know you are.
In.
I know you are. I'm just not sure if I'm in.
Well, I read a lot.
I know you do.
I read a lot more than you do just because, like, I like listening to audiobooks and multitasking. So I get a lot of books out of the way. Like, you like to sit down and read, like, an actual paper book.
I have to concentrate because, like, if I listen to an audiobook and I start multitasking, like, 10 minutes go by and I'm like, and then like they read a passage and I'm like, wait, who the fuck is that? What the fuck just happened? That guy is dead? What? And then I have to like rewind and then I go too far and I'm like, I heard this already. Fuck.
Trying to do Feast for Crows audio. I'd imagine it'd be really frustrating. I did have to because I listened to most of Feast for Crows driving back and forth to Murray and doing like P90X and running. So there would be several chapters that I have to redo. Like if I was on like a hard set at P90X, then I'd like, fuck, all right, I'm gonna listen to that 15 minutes all over again.
TADPOG Book Club. Just think about it.
I think it'd be awesome.
Just think about it.
Awesome.
Next call.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue. No would you rather right now. No Twitter recommendations right now. I just wanted to call and vent. For some reason,
right.
TADPOG got blocked on our computers by a firewall.
Nice. We've made it.
What the fuck? Sorry, PG show. Sorry, Jacob. Yeah, what the crap? How am I supposed to make it through a day, especially a Monday or Wednesday, without listening to TADPOG? I guess maybe they finally looked at my Google search history and thought, what the hell is this guy listening to? Get this shit off his computer and make him be more productive. So now I guess I'm gonna have to go to an iPhone and download iTunes
Give us a 5-star
and
review.
listen to TADPOG that way. Hey, that's a 5-star rating.
Yeah.
Plug. All right, call back later with Would You Rather and Twitter and everything else when I'm not so bummed. Deuces.
Man, I'm worried he's going to stop listening now. Like I'm worried we're going to lose our best listener.
See, I think he loves it too much. He'll just quit that job and then listen to go to another job where he can listen to TADPOG.
I listen to sometimes I listen to TADPOG at my job, but more often than not, I just cringe when I hear myself talk. So come work with me.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Come work with me. Problems. I mean, I can't give you a job, but I do have 2 desks in my office. You can sit at the other one.
Just listen to TADPOG. Just drive from Massonville to Paducah every day.
By the way, Exalted Lord Mike, they blocked they blocked TADPOG at your car lot. Do you know Clarence and Dave? Do they wash cars at your lot?
Or we also, if he can get on Facebook at his work, he can listen to them on Facebook.
Yeah, but it's going to come. But it's
still
going to come
reroutes
from our
through?
site.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I'm trying to think of ways around
Stitcher?
it. There is Stitcher. Yeah, if you've got an Android phone, you can download Stitcher and listen to it that way. That's it. So if we need to smuggle these to you somehow, like I can load them up on a jump drive or something and mail them to Madisonville, just let me know. I won't do it because I'm still looking at Archivist Corn,
Hopefully we'll rectify that Saturday.
his Goosebumps book. Yeah, we'll hopefully
That
get to
will
him in
have been
person.
rectified 2 days ago, but this comes out.
Right. Through the magic of podcasting. We got another call.
Yeah.
I see from someone we know as Saint Zach. And if he doesn't say what I think he's going to say, he left me a Facebook message. So let's just see.
TADPOG Nation, St. Zach here. I just want to clarify one thing before I give you a little insight into where I'm at. I would love to have the reflexes of a 5-year-old again. That was not a slight. That was, Jesus, if I could go back in this day and age with where gaming has gone and still be as, I guess, cognizant
In your prime.
or intelligent about video games as I am now, but still have my old abilities, which, my wisdom is never going to be that great, but my dexterity and, I guess, initiative, that would be fucking amazing. But, no, I just called in to say that I'm in Savannah, Georgia, and there is supposed to be less than a quarter inch of snow, and both military posts have closed down. So I'm in the Army, and I have a snow day for today and tomorrow. I don't have to go back to work until Thursday. So that's just a little tidbit of information that I thought was interesting because I have never fucking heard of this happening. Never.
No Army
In my 3
today.
years of the military, but that's a different story. Anyway, you guys keep doing your amazing show, and I will see you later. Hey, Lord bless.
He didn't get into what he told me on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and do St. Zach a solid. He told me that, of course, he was talking about watching Julie from Zombies Ate My Neighbors jumping on the trampoline and not the 6-year-old ginger kid,
Okay. Okay.
which is better because I'm pretty sure they're both underage.
You're going to jail either way.
So, I mean, I definitely am not endorsing pedophilia, but if that's the way that you live, they're both going to send you to jail. I'm just going to leave it that way.
Yep.
That's why I felt so bad about noticing Julie's cleavage. Little jail bait. Okay, Google Voice is unable to transcribe this message. So
it's gotta be good.
And it's an area code. It's a 478 area code. So I'm not sure where that is.
Never heard of that.
I'm hoping that it's someone who's calling for a stripper or a Hooters employee. Let's see. And it's done.
Ah, damn.
And it's done. Hey, they called back.
Yeah.
Let's see what that's about. This one's a minute and 22 seconds long. So we're either going to have some content or we're just going to have little giggles and long pauses for a minute and 22 seconds. So here we go.
I don't know who these people are. I don't know you. Okay, so I play Kirby in Super Smash Bros. That's my character that I always play. I don't play anybody else.
Me too.
Because when you're playing Smash Brothers and it's Kirby, everybody says like they're fighting and they're fighting and fighting and fighting. But as Kirby, he's like, whoop, 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 and you just float around, you float out in the abyss. And then when you wait, I'm a bitch. I'm a total bitch. And it's kind of you wait until they're like just at their peak of like they take as much damage as they can possibly take. And you do that special slam move where you slam down as like a brick ton.
Stone's copy
You
ability.
slam down on them and you blast them off. They just blast off the fucking level. And people get really mad at me when I play Smash Bros. Because that's how I play. I play as Kirby floating around while everybody does damage. And then I wait. I'm very precise. I'm very specific. And then I just fucking slam them down. Is that it?
You get in.
Well, this is not my phone call. Hey, Black Hog. It's snowing. That's cold.
Thank you.
Thank you, drunk girl.
Thank you, girl, being forced by a guy to call us and talk about Smash Brothers.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
I like nothing shows dedication from a listener than liquoring a girl up and forcing her to call TADPOG.
Just talk about Kirby. Okay, fine. Bloop, 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 bloop.
I also play Kirby exclusively. Girl that we don't know. Thank you for calling, first and foremost. You've been on the show, so you're obligated to become a full-fledged listener now. Sorry about that. We could teach you a lot of things about line trap and you name it. But here's the best thing to do with Kirby and Smash Brothers. I can't believe she didn't mention this. And she talks about being an asshole, right? And floating up and waiting for shit to kind of hash itself out. That's not the most asshole thing you can do. And this is why I love Kirby and Super Smash Brothers. All you need to do is wait them out until you have one more life than the last guy. Then you swallow that guy and walk off the stage.
Yep. That is Ashley
It will
Shake's,
kill both of you.
That's Ashley Shake's tactic. We're playing Smash Brothers, and he just goes over in a corner and just hits suction on Kirby. And he just sits there and keeps doing that. What are you doing, Shake? I don't care how long it takes. I'm just going to keep sitting here and sucking until one of you guys comes in my mouth.
Write it in the sky. So thanks for calling.
Thank you, anonymous girl.
Whoever made you do that, I hope they make you do it again sometime.
Yep.
Hey guys, it's Chandra Martinez. I guess it sounds like there's some controversy on if
Always.
rhythm games make the panties drop. And I actually have a story about
She has
a
panties.
guy playing a rhythm game and
I can't wait for this.
the panties dropping.
All right. Okay.
Kinda.
You listening,
Didn't go
Dennis?
that far, but it went. Anyway, so my boyfriend is Archivist Corn, and on our second date, we went to go see Cabin in the Woods. Well,
Good
this
movie.
particular movie theater we went to had a DDR machine, and he's just like, I got to show you this. Well, turns out Archivist Corn is pretty amazing on DDR.
Sounds like a challenge, Tyler.
He's
Oh, I'm awful. Idiot.
crazy good. Does doubles on like the hardest modes I've seen, and I can barely get through an easy song. So, I'm just amazed by this, and get out my iPhone and film it. And I still have it on my phone,
We
and
need
all
that?
you hear is me going, wow.
We need that.
Yep.
Please send that
I
to
was
us.
just in awe of his skills, and I was just like, yes, I love this guy. He is amazing. This guy is totally awesome. And it was just, a mixture of his skill, the fact that I was attracted to him already.
Okay, well, there you go.
He's got a cute butt, and you saw it shake it. He's going to hate me for that. But I don't care.
Things I know about Archivist Corn.
It was just awesome, and it just blew me away. Granted, there was probably a 70% chance we would have made out at the end of our date anyway, but like seeing those skills, that just like put it over the top. Like it was 190%. It was like, oh yes, this dude he's getting a little boob action.
All right.
He's adorable. God, I hope no one I know besides him hears this.
I hope so.
Now
We
that I
need all the
think about
listeners
it.
we can get.
Oh well.
I've already messaged your mom. She's listening.
But yeah, so I, being a female, of the female persuasion and
Not a line
being a guy on the DDR, I can 100% confirm that, awesome skills on rhythm games like DDR and Pump It Up and all those games types totally just blow girls away. The right girls. The ones who it doesn't blow away, you shouldn't even bother with because they're terrible.
There you go, Dennis. Ball's in your court, buddy.
Yep.
I don't know what to say. I'm horrible at dancing games.
But thank you, Chandra. Now I think we have to, instead of Archivist Corn, he has to be Archivist Cute Butt.
Archivist Cute Butt.
Archivist Cute Butt.
I like that a lot. I like that. That's catchy. We really do need that video.
Yep.
100,000 TADPOG points for that video. I'm going to go ahead and offer that bounty.
That's good.
Either you or Archivist Cute Butt can cash in on that. That's all the calls we got. That's it. We got an email.
Yeah.
We did get an email.
Let's read that shit.
I lost my cursor. I don't know what's going on. There it is. Here, let me just read it off my phone. All right. We got an email from Phil Hawkins, Filthy Phil. The subject.
Best delivered in the written form.
Yes. The subject line is sandwich-related TADPOG inquiry. Exclamation mark. I should have yelled that. I didn't. Good morning, gentlemen. In response to your inquiry during the call-in episode, indeed I do write for a living. I cover high school sports for a weekly newspaper in rural Oregon to earn a paycheck, though it does not afford me an outlet for creative writing. I attempted to start a blog, filthyfathering.typepad.com, and that's filthy with a PH, like Phil, to chronicle my sad exploits into fatherhood, though it's been dormant for more than a year. Still, perhaps Tyler and Meg could glean insight on what they are about to get into by perusing through the archives of my sleep-deprived addling from 2012. But enough about me. I have a question. I want you to rank your top 5 sandwiches. If you could get them made to your preferred specifications, I feel your choices will be a crystal clear window into your souls. Feel free to define a sandwich however you see fit. I think hamburgers are their own category outside of sandwiches, but if you think otherwise, I can't stop you. I'm not a sandwich lord, though it's a title I aspire to own someday. My personal top 5 are as follows. Number 5, a blat. It's a bacon, lettuce, avocado, tomato. Number 4, a Reuben. Number 3, a shrimp salad po' boy. Number 2, oh man, I don't know food, Tyler. You're going to have to help me out with this one.
Number 2, lamb slouvaki.
Slouvaki? Slouvaki, is that how you say it?
Slouvaki, yeah.
Okay. I don't even know what that is, but hey, I like lamb. And number 1, club. Take it easy. Keep up the good work. Phil. I feel like I'm kind of the underdog here because your sandwich knowledge is got to be astronomically
That's always been a
large.
thing. Even before I ever got interested in culinary arts, like sandwiches, inside joke sandwiches, like big sandwiches were my thing amongst my friends and I. So,
because you back in the day, you typically had a big sandwich.
yeah, it's true.
Phil, let me just say, I think it's a shame that you don't get to write creatively because I really do think that your writing is incredibly funny. And that is not
totally
just me
agree.
bullshitting. I think your writing is hilarious. And I think that you could easily do good work and do better work than a lot of television writers are currently.
Yeah.
So we'll help you any way we can, but we don't fucking know anybody. So do you have an answer, Tyler?
I'm writing sandwiches down.
Okay.
That I like. So I agree. A hamburger is something different.
I agree too.
Burgers are unknown themselves.
Is a chicken sandwich something different? Has sandwich in the name?
I think a chicken sandwich is fine.
Okay. Well, here, I'm just going to make mine up real quick.
Okay.
Or I can wait. We can wait and we can be ready.
All right. Number 5 for me.
Okay.
Something I grew up on would be just every morning. Usually I had egg, bacon, cheese sandwich. Egg, bacon, cheese
On toast?
on toast. It's what I had at home. It's what I like those. It's what I enjoy.
All right. Let me give you my number 5. Here's my number 5. I like a turkey sandwich. And not just any regular turkey sandwich. I like the day after Thanksgiving turkey sandwich that is that real moist sliced turkey. I'm not talking about this shit that's,
The
that's
gelatinous in a
thin.
packaged turkey.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real deal turkey that's on toast. It's got nothing but toast, mayonnaise, and salt. That's a good sandwich.
Okay.
That's my number 5.
4, I'll go with Phil. I love a good Reuben. a traditional Reuben, because I've got a variation of a Reuben also on this list, but a regular Reuben is good.
Okay. For my number 4, I think I'm going to have to go with a chicken salad sandwich because I do enjoy a chicken salad sandwich. Although I rarely get it at restaurants unless I am super familiar with the restaurant, because I get really weird about chicken salad sandwich and tuna salad sandwiches at restaurants. I don't know.
Understandable. I guess, 3, I'd probably have to go with a meatball sub. I love a really, really good meatball sub.
That is my 3 as well.
Okay.
But that is cheating a little bit. I feel like, I don't know which comedian said it, but a meatball sub is essentially like eating 4 hamburgers.
That's not false. Then I'd probably have to go with the deviation a little bit. You don't have to have like the Reuben stuff on it, but it's done well as a Reuben, like a pork belly Reuben. Instead of the pastrami, to have pork belly, or pork belly on any sort of a sandwich. I think it's just amazing. I love pork belly.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's super bacon.
Oh, that does sound good.
Yeah.
Super bacon does
Super
sound
bacon.
good. My number 2 is geographical, because we live in Paducah, and every year we have something called the Barbecue Festival. It's a big deal here. It's down on the riverfront, and all these we probably have more barbecue restaurants per capita than any other city.
There's a lot. I saw like Texas or South Carolina. It's got to be close.
I mean, it really does
We
have
have
to be
a lot.
close with Texas and South Carolina. But it's just crazy how many we have. But I'm going to go specifically with a Starnes barbecue sandwich with extra barbecue sauce. Pulled pork.
It is good. It is very,
It
very
is
good.
delicious.
My number 1, probably just because I could eat it at any time for any meal, and I'm going to be happy. A curry chicken salad sandwich.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Because we made it. A guy when I was in DC, the other guy I worked with, it was his recipe, and we would do it on baguette with curry. He did like chicken thighs that he would roast, and then raisins, carrots, mayo. A lot of times he would make his own mayo, like it was an arugula tossed in salad dressing. It was
Holy
fucking
shit,
fantastic,
dude. That sounds
Fucking
amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Have you made it since?
I made it at the restaurant once.
Shit, dude. You need it straight. Can we like
Make some of that.
Yeah. Can we just
I can do
that?
that. He sent me the recipe not too long ago.
Because that sounds amazing.
So
That may make my top 5 soon.
I'll do it for gaming one day.
Fuck yes. My number 1 is, I'm not sure, Phil mentions a shrimp salad po' boy. I've never had a shrimp salad po' boy, but I was born in Louisiana, and I have very fond memories of going to the gas station. And the gas station, this is what a wonderful place Louisiana is. The gas station has shrimp po' boys, and they are delicious. I could eat one of those right now. Like I could eat one of those at any given goddamn time in the day. You could wake me up at 3 a.m. and
It's like fried shrimp.
yeah, they're like small, like popcorn shrimp almost, fried shrimp on a baguette. The way that I would always get them was just mayonnaise and lettuce with fried popcorn shrimp on a baguette. And it's delicious because
Baguette's really underestimated as a sandwich bread.
I agree. We need to bring the baguette back.
Yeah, we need to do it.
Restaurant called All Baguettes. Baguettes.
Baguettes,
24/7.
baguettes.
But yeah, I could eat one of those any fucking time. And of course, they get the shrimp that fucking day. That has a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? And it's a gas station. And they get the shrimp is fresh at a fucking gas station.
So you love gourmet.
I do love gourmet.
That's a Wiley Ammons word that he gave to our lexicon.
Super Star Wars fame.
Of Super Star Wars fame. Wiley Ammons calls any sort of gas station food you get typically on the road is gourmet.
But I feel bad calling that sandwich gourmet because it is just not. It's so not gourmet.
Yeah.
It's so like. I mean, better than any fucking Subway sandwich. Which let me just say, Subway, if you're listening, I don't ever count on you to be a sponsor. Your lettuce gives me diarrhea consistently. There, I said it. I feel better. Like whenever I eat a Subway sandwich, if it's not a meatball sub, I'm always in the back of my mind. It's just like, I'm going to get diarrhea.
That's why I get spinach. I never get lettuce. I get spinach.
That's a good idea.
Every time.
Subway used to be good. Do you remember that? When we were kids, Subway was so different.
Subway was like a treat for me when I was growing up. So yeah.
Their ingredients were better. They used better bread. Like now they like try to trick you into it being better bread because it's like, oh, we got all these flavors. Fuck that noise. Just give me some good white or some good wheat. I don't need that madness. By the way, I don't want to eat your bagged lettuce because it gives me the squirts. Fuck that.
I got people to thank.
You got people to thank?
I do.
Let's do it.
So for Facebook, Exalted Lord Mike, Lord Dennis, Marquez Nicole.
Thank you.
Because if you share us on Facebook, privacy settings are all crazy. We hardly ever, I have to see it when you post it. If I don't, typically neither Dave or I see it.
Yeah, and we understand why you'd set your privacy settings for our show. I mean, we talk about things that your grandmother probably doesn't want to know you listen to.
For Twitter, Exalted Lord Mike, Chandra Knit Shit, formerly Archivist Corn, now Archivist Cute Butt.
Yeah.
Maester Wiley, Marquis Jacob, Lord Dennis, Correspondent Laura, Marquez Nicole, Baron Drew.
By the way, can we go ahead and grant Phil his Sandwich Lord title?
Do we want to do a Sandwich Lord, or do we want to like Earl of Sandwich, Filthy Phil?
To one day be a Sandwich Lord.
To one day,
because that's, I mean, he aspires to that
so
title.
He starts off, so it's like Sandwich Squire.
Right. Sandwich Squire, Sandwich Knight, and then Sandwich Lord.
Yep, there we go.
So Sandwich Squire.
Sandwich Squire right now.
We're going to need at least 2 more sandwich-related pieces of content before you become Sandwich Lord. So the ball's in your court. That's your challenge.
Yep.
More sandwich stuff.
Thank you, Sandwich Squire, Phil. Kind words from Megs246, who thought your story about trying to hit on Megan, your neighbor, was super adorable and funny.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Megs246.
That's all I got.
I don't have anything else.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes or Stitcher, so don't miss next episode. We'll be talking about, what is next? Harvest Moon?
Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
We might be wrong. Don't quote us.
I'm pretty sure it's Harvest Moon.
Our accuracy on Harvest Moon announcements are 0.
Because we're also been playing Demon's Crest, which is a little early. So we'll have, I believe it's Harvest Moon, Gradius 3, Demon's Crest. I believe that's how it goes.
Oh, okay.
So I think next, Harvest Moon.
Okay, maybe. Tune in, find out.
It'll be a Super Nintendo game, top 100.
Yeah. Sandwich show.
While you're there, don't forget to subscribe, give the show a 5-star rating, write a review. We love it. It helps us out. Good stuff happens. It's a list we randomly pull stuff from. That's all I got.
Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we will be back next week. We'll be talking about something. We don't know what it is, but we will be talking about something. In the meantime, if you can't get enough TADPOG goodness, you can always find us at tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. We're going to have all kinds of mad, crazy line trap links in this episode show notes.
It's just 40 Bailey J links.
And they're not even links. We just embed the GIFs.
It's the same GIF on every single link.
We're also on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/tadpog. There's a lot of cool people doing a lot of cool shit. I'd actually go into detail about that, but we're running super crazy long. We're on Twitter. You can find us at tadpog_podcast. That's, you guys are strong on there. Thank you. I really appreciate it. If you want to be one of the cool people who calls us, we do have a hotline. It's a hotline TADPOG, not a Hotline Miami. If you want to leave a hit, if you want to call and leave a hit,
that'd be funny if you could make it really creative.
Yeah. I can't guarantee we're going to do it because I don't want to go to jail because I'm terrified of jail. But you can always call us at 270-883-2555.
If you want to write that on a bathroom wall, if you want to leave it anywhere that somebody might call and say something funny, do it.
Want to force your female friend to call and talk to strangers? I'm all for that too. I want to know who that was. I have a feeling it might have been Drew, but I'm not familiar with the area code, so I don't know. It's just a guess. It's just a guess, and it's a mystery. It's like Hotline Miami.
Dog mystery.
Our intro song, Tyler, is Moves by Sycamore Drive.
Sycamore Drive.
A link to that show can be found in the show notes. At tadpog.com.
So many.
Until next time,
Tropical Capricorn.
No, I said that thing about AIDS, so you can use that.
Okay.
if you really want to. I apologize to any listeners who have AIDS. We still love you, and we'll still make sweet love to you with a condom.